And we have been joined by Louisville coach Charlie Strong. As we said, the Cardinals are 5-0 overall, 1-0 in the American Athletic Conference. Louisville was in action last week. They won at Temple 30-7. This week, Louisville plays Rutgers Thursday night at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium. That will be a 7:30 p.m. start and will be on ESPN. Coach, thanks for joining us on the call. If you could take a minute, please, to tie up the win at Temple and tell us what you're looking forward to in a short week against Rutgers on Thursday, please.
Just going on the road and winning the first conference game was so critical, and we played very well. Played against a really outstanding Temple team, but it's always good to just watch us play in all three phases with their offense, defense, and the special teams. And it's just overall very pleased. Like to have played better the second half, but just happy to just get out there with a win. Going a short week this week against against Rutgers. Knowing that each year, I've been here going into my fourth season now. First year we had to go up there and win it on a Friday. And you're right, the game has either been played on a Friday or Thursday night, and we had to get bowl eligible. Then our second year came here and played against a really good Shiano team, and then last season we had to go to Rutgers again. But Kyle has done a great job with that team after taking over for Greg, and it's been a battle, and it always has been a battle. Looking forward to the matchup, and we're really excited that we get a chance, to play on a Thursday night, play at home.
Okay, questions for Coach Charlie Strong, please hit *1 on your telephone to join the queue, and the operator will introduce you.
We'll take our first question from Josh Newman with Gannett, New Jersey.
Hi, Coach. Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
When these two teams have gotten together in the last few years, it's kind of turned into a must-see rivalry. With the rivalry ending this year, is this a significant loss for the teams and the fans and really all of college football?
Oh, it is, because, like you said, the last 2 years has been a great battle, great matchup, and we have so much respect for their program, and I know they feel the same about us, because you look at the tremendous job that these programs have done, but you're going to lose that because you love to continue to play the game, but now that we're going into different conferences, that's what happens when you start moving around in these different conferences. You lose that matchup, lose that rivalry.
As a quick follow-up, just real quick, on your D-line, you have two of the top three sack guys in the conference. They're going up against the Rutgers offensive line that has been very solid in protecting Nova and helping to produce the run game. What are some of the challenges that your D-line faces going against the Rutgers O-line?
Well, you just look at them just offensively, Josh. They are a great balance with their run and pass, and they give you so much play action. And that's how they slow down the rush, because they don't allow you to just tee off and go sack the quarterback. And their offensive line, is a veteran group, and they do a great job of protecting Nova. And Nova, he's getting rid of the ball, so he's not taking the sacks.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Brendan Prunty from the Newark Star Ledger.
Morning, Charlie. How are you?
Good morning, Brendan. Good.
Just sort of going back to last year for a minute. I guess now that the game's passed, how banged up was Teddy during that game? And given his performance, especially under all the circumstances, how impressed were you that night last year in Piscataway?
Well, it was impressive. We came out with a victory after being down 14, but Teddy was banged up. He had a wrist and he had an ankle. But what really helped us in that game is we had Will Steins. We were able to use two quarterbacks, and Will did a really good job. It was first and second down, and Teddy came in on third down. But, some guys made some plays. Teddy scrambled around, threw the ball in their hand to Jeremy Wright, and he scores. And then we get a big turnover there on the kickoff. And but it was just that night, we were down and we were able to fight back to have the resiliency. But we was playing in a very hostile environment.
When you look back at that game, was that sort of where this whole, popularity with Teddy started? Given that he's sort of came into the season with Heisman expectations and stuff at the next level. I mean, is that sort of where this started last year?
Well, it's just his performance, because when you think about it, a lot of people would not have played, or a lot of players would not have played in that game because of what he had. He had a wrist that was heavily taped, and he had an ankle, so he really couldn't scramble around. And just to watch that performance and just watch how he competed that night, just spoke so much and just said just truly who he is.
Excellent. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Paul Tenorio with the Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Coach. I was wondering, how frustrating is it when you hear so many people questioning the talent of the team or the strength of this team because of strength of schedule? Does it get to you guys? Does it get to the players? How do you keep them focused in light of that?
Well, Paul, it's all about us, and our schedule. It is what it is, and what we have to do is just go out and compete each and every week, and just try to prove everybody that we're a good football team, and that's what we will continue to do. So it doesn't matter who we play. Our focus is on the task at hand, and it is upon that opponent, but it is also upon ourselves, and just making sure that we go out and give our best and compete each and every week.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Paul.
Our next question comes from Joey Johnston of the Tampa Tribune.
Yeah, Charlie, with all the national attention that Teddy gets and him being mentioned for the Heisman, what sort of benefits does that do for your program? And also, everyone sees what he brings to the field and knows about his skill level. What off the field and his preparation and his approach do you like the most when the things that nobody else sees during the week that makes him a special player to you?
Well, just the second part, he's just a special person, and he carries himself the right way. He's a total teammate, and it's never about him, and he don't ever want to make it about him. So it just speaks volumes of his character and who he is, because he always wants any recognition with him. He wants the team to be totally involved with it, and it just with him getting the notoriety that he's getting, it just what it does is within our program and within his university, within his community in the city, you can just tell that what he's doing is everybody's benefiting from it, because now across the U.S. people are seeing, and when you talk about Teddy Bridgewater, you're talking about the University of Louisville.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Howie Lindsay with CardinalSports.com.
Coach, can you update the status of Devante Parker?
Well, right now, Devante is going to be day to day, and then on Thursday we'll reevaluate him and just see if he's going to be able to go play or not.
There was some fear maybe that it was a multiple game thing or a season-ending kind of injury. You can relay those fears?
No, I don't know where that fear ever came from, Howie. But Devante is going to get the treatment, and then our training staff will make that decision.
Good. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll take our next question from Jody Demling with CardinalAuthority.com.
Hey, Charlie. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jody.
Hey, also on that regard, I was going to ask about Devante, but can you update on Nacho? And I think Keith Brown even looked like he was getting some treatment or injured there late in the game. Anything else on the injury front?
No, I mean, all those guys, we're just going to evaluate them and then just to see exactly where we are. And then I'm going to meet with our training room staff here. And then, but those guys have all been in for treatment this morning. So we just continue to treat them and then just see exactly, come game time and just each day of practice, just how much they can take and what they actually can do.
You've got a short turnaround. How different is the week for you with a Thursday night game? And, what's the different schedule? What challenges does that possess?
Well, you just missing a day. Your day of preparation was Monday, so Monday's out now. So you just go back in and you lock in. So you go Tuesday, a Monday will be treated like a Tuesday, and a Tuesday will be treated like a Wednesday, and a Wednesday will be treated like a Thursday.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Uh-huh.
And do we have any other questions for Coach Strong, please? Coach, well, thank you for your time this week, and look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, and that is Louisville against Rutgers on Thursday at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium. That will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time and will be on ESPN.